Look at this shit.
A few moments later.
Dad. I want to be a big boxer.
Fantastic. I love COLAPS. Fucking is hilarious, dude.
Yeah, one of his videos had like 40 million views. What the hell was that? Like
He's
short?
He's short. Yeah, but he's a big YouTuber too. So
Oh, he is.
yeah. If we go to pop,
What does he do? Like just like comedy type of skits?
I don't know, bro. This is.
Wow, sick man. Shit. Yo, that's so cool. Jeez, that's awesome. Okay, my turn now.
10 seconds later.
Nice.
I didn't watch this one. That was good. So this is HISS Alexinho COLAPS River If Only. I've heard this. You see my reaction. I want to put Don Wannabe in front of it. Introduce yourself, man.
Yo, what up? It's Don Wannabe, one half of the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. We're live in our studio, about to do a first-time reaction to, what's the name of this track?
So If Only.
If Only. If Only.
So
If only I knew what I was doing.
there we go. We're in Black Pegasus chamber of
Horrors.
horror and torture and
Doom.
I almost said misogyny. I was like, I can't say that.
The chamber of
Cut that word out. That I just said.
cancelable offenses.
There, the chamber of cancellation. Yo, I saw the Taylor Swift reaction,
Oh, that's funny.
and you were like pushing back, like, bro, what are you saying? What are you talking about? And he was like, no, this is what, bro. It's hilarious.
He just goes on these tangents sometimes that are so funny to me because I know what he's thinking in his brain.
Yeah.
And being a friend of his, we've had these conversations.
Yeah.
But then in the moment, I'm like, bro, there's no context.
It's just a video.
So you're just like, spazzing,
out of
and
the
everybody
blue.
watching is like, yo, what are you doing? And I'm like, dude, I know where you're coming from because we're friends, but nobody else does.
Yeah.
No one else is part of the conversation
out
that's
of the-
going on in your head right now.
Out of the blue, man, this is some bulls. It's like, bro, relax. It's just a song. So, with all that banter aside, HISS. I think a COLAPS, and I showed
Yes,
you
and
River.
River. Yeah.
So River My Way, the wild card, I showed Don Wannabe and Black Pegasus. That'll be on Black Pegasus channel. You can check it out there. Alexinho is a world champion. I'm not. I think the 5th world champion, if I'm not mistaken.
Alex Inho.
Alex Inho.
Yo, my name is Alex Inho because I'm in yo ho ho.
That's bars. I never thought of it like that.
You know what I mean?
He's a Français.
Alex Inho.
Yeah.
What's up with all these French beatboxers?
It is Alexinho.
And this is something that's been bothering me, man.
Yeah.
River and COLAPS, they're both from France, right?
And so is Alexinho, yeah.
Okay. But those two specifically, they have a look where at one time they both look like they're 13 and 50. You know what I mean? They look like they're 13 years old, but 50 years old with like 3 kids at the same time. I don't know. Well, I can't put my finger on it. And it's no shade. You know what I mean? But something about that, like the mustache, it's like, dude, are you 13 or are you 65? I don't know how old you are.
I didn't know where you were going with this. I was like, where's he going with this? Because I was like, yo, these French beatboxers, they're fantastic. I thought you were going there. Most of the great beatboxers are French, but you went with that. That's cool. We're just having fun. Support the original creators. First introduction for Don. Let's get it.
Life goes on, same old song. If only I had a plan. I'm a wrong road so long. Why is it so hard to find? Life goes on, same old song. If only I had a plan. I'm a wrong road so long. Why is it so hard to find? Life goes on, same old song. Why is it so hard to find? If only I had a plan. Why is it so hard to find? Life goes on, same old song. If only I had a plan. Am I wrong? Road so long. Why is it so hard to find? Why is it so hard to find?
This is hard, right?
It's so good. Dude, that was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, a while back, because we started doing these reactions, and I was asking P, I was like, "You're familiar with Pentatonics?" And you know, like
I am, yeah.
yeah, they have some like good music out there, but
Yeah.
you know, it's mostly covers.
Yeah.
And when I started watching these, especially, we saw a couple of the because I didn't even know that they had joint battles. I'd never knew that they had like teams.
Oh, bro, the tag team is crazy because it's solo times 2 basically, and it's just that if they execute it, whoo, yo, I want to show you something else.
And I think we watched the River and Collapse one that they did against a couple dudes from Japan.
Yeah,
It might have been that reaction where I was like, dude, have you heard of Pentatonics? Because immediately in my brain, I was just thinking like, dude, somebody's got to make like a beatbox super group and
Yes.
just release some original music. Because
there is one.
yeah.
Berry Wham. Do you know them?
What?
Berry Wham.
No.
So it's a French group. The reason their name, you know what it is? 500 likes on this video, and I'll introduce him to Berry Wham. How about that, guys?
You want to see more? You want to see more? You know what I mean?
See more? Pendejo. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
It's wild because I see this and I'm like, we kind of mentioned this. My brother's like a DJ. He produces music.
Yeah.
And he's been doing it for, a long time, like 20 years or so. He had never really seen any of these beatbox battles either. And he was kind of like mind blown. And it's like, I'm watching this and immediately I'm just like, in my mind, creating this list as well. I'm like, I can't wait to share this with my brother. You know what I mean?
Going, bro, I just added 3.
So there's just something that's just so, to me, like unique and special about seeing a person, or seeing people in this case, make a song, like a song that I would listen to, put in my Spotify playlist, and just bump it. and they're doing every aspect of that song with their voices, like with their,
Exactly.
Honestly, I didn't know that was like a thing that was like really possible. Like I've heard beatboxers before and, good ones, obvious people know like Razel, things of that nature. But, the level that they're doing this as a group, as a collective is just.
The level has gone so high.
Yes.
It's unimaginable to that. Even me, stepped out of the beatbox scene, just consuming content for I think around 2019, I just stopped watching. And now I'm back in it 2000. Like this is 4 years later and the level is it hasn't even duplicated. It's insane what they're, and I don't mean solo battle skill. I mean what the loop is capable of producing. Like originally they had a Mark 1 device. It's gotten to a Mark 2 now. So it's even more. You have filters, samples, certain voice effects you can do. You have the producer category now. You have a crew category where there's like 4 versus 4 type of situation. Bruh, it's insane.
For beatboxers or for loopers?
It's like little for beatboxers. You have duo loop categories. 2 loop artists. 2 loops. Bruh. There's no limitations on this, is what I'm seeing.
And I do feel like this is like one of those things that it's at least I hope it is. It feels to me, and I can say that I'm, 44, about to be 45 years old, and I've been involved in, different, music scenes.
You don't look that age.
Thank you.
You do not look that age, bro. Like, bro, and I think people be like, oh, he does not look that. I thought he was like somewhere in his 30s.
Yeah, so I'm just getting this vibe because like I was involved in like the underground rave scene. Colorado was like a big hub, for that back in the days. We were doing illegal warehouse parties, and I got to see the emergence of, the rave EDM scene before it was known as EDM, before it was, taken over by corporate entities. Yeah. And then, I was part of, the hip hop, scene when it was first emerging, still underground battles, things of that nature. And I'm getting that kind of vibe from the beatbox scene that it's like at this point. And I was just saying this the other day because I was like, yo, where is the like counterculture movement? Like there's all these, like the hippie movement, the punk rock movement. There's all these different movements that come from the people. It's always young people that are like, hey, let's, create a new genre. And it seems like things have gotten kind of stale in that sense. Like I've been asking myself, like, what's the next thing that's going to emerge culturally, underground movement? I see elements of that in the beatbox scene because what these people are doing is something that I've never seen before. I mean, we've all seen beatboxers. Yeah. I've never heard anything to this level that's spanning so many genres because it's like incorporating hip hop. Yeah. It's bringing in elements of drum and bass. Yep. It's bringing in elements of, dub, of, almost like house music or even just some of these songs, like we were saying, it's like, this is like a Drake hit is what it sounds like. Den. Yeah, Den. That could be like a Sensations, a top 40, hit that you listen to on the radio.
It sounds like a Drake song.
So I'm just hoping, I'm praying to the muses, to the gods of creativity that we start having some breakout artists, in the beatbox community because the talent's there.
Let me tell you, there's a few.
I want to see financial success because when I see talent like that, I want to see, I want to see Dan or these cats roll up in some, Bentleys, you know what I mean? Like that's what it's all about. Yeah. But there are artists out there with a fraction of the talent, a sliver of it that are having, success on that level. And so I just like to see people, follow their passion and be rewarded for following that passion, especially because my reaction is like literally a giant smile. Yeah. I hear them hit certain tones that I didn't even think were possible. And I start laughing because I feel like a kid again because you see something, I'm old, man. I'm old, people. I think I've seen it all. So when I hear something new, it's like, yay, I feel like a kid again. Fire.
So when you said before, I grew up, I really like EDM and that type of music. I was like, I'm just going to show him this. Because this is a similar, in that house. Well, what genre would you specify this as?
It's kind of like house to me, but, pop-ish.
Pop house-ish, okay. Yeah. So that was why I was like, oh, hell, I think he'll vibe with this. And I saw you were enjoying it because I really enjoyed this song. This is one of those.
This is a song.
This is a song like in the car with the singing. Yeah. And even like the percussion, it sounds like an actual produced track in a studio with like Logic Pro.
And even if they did put some sauce on it and tweak it a little bit, like what? I don't care. Like
rappers and singers do this. They compress their vocals, equalizer, de-esser, reverb. Like it's not raw vocals that's going in the studios, right?
And if the end result is this, to where you have just a genuinely good song that you put out that somebody can play, like, because that's, you know, as much as these moments are amazing to watch these battles and everything.
Yeah.
I like the musicality because in my, you know, whatever brain, creative brain / you know, I guess, you know, brain of wanting to see people be successful, capitalistic brain, I guess is what the word I was looking for is like, I want to see them have like success. And when I see them, you know, take the time to put together, you know, a piece of you know, a song like this, I'm like, that's great because that's something people can play.
Absolutely.
They can share with their friends and be like, yo, have you heard this?
Yeah.
And then be like, yo, by the way, they made this with their vocal cords. There's no instruments. There's no, you know, laptops involved. Like, that's what's wild to me is like, you can go camping with them and they'd be like, oh, hold up.
Yeah. They just pull it out. They're just literally wherever you can possibly.
We don't need a JBL, you know, little speaker. We don't need a computer. We don't need a phone.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
It's nuts. So the level has gotten at, and also the skill level of these dudes. Like, these 4 dudes are incredible beatboxers.
Yeah.
Legendary. Like, for real. Fire. Go support the original.